The Champions League is back, my boys. But does it feel like it is back with the new format? What are you feeling?
Not really, man. Not really. Honestly, I mean,
That
I'm
that that
excited
sad
because
face
it's
is
a new
because
format.
are you facing Real Madrid or
No, no, no. That sad face is because of the format. I've had enough, experience with losing to Madrid that I am not
He's
too
used to it
worried
now.
about that.
I like your honesty, bhai.
I'll go, भाई. मैं जाता हूँ यार.
नहीं यार but seriously ऐसा it is almost like they're trying to fix something that is not broken. क्यों भाई क्यों मतलब
I
जरूरत ही
mean
नहीं
you
है.
you mean it's not a
पैसे
Champions
का
League then,
बाबू
it's a
भैया,
Super League.
पैसे का
You
चक्कर
mean
बाबू भैया.
you mean Super League then?
Bro,
It
you
is
see that
basically.
meme from Zlatan where he goes up and says Super League to the president and then he's like, bro, just shut up. This is
They are
not
in a
what you think.
point of time where they don't need other people to troll them. They are trolling themselves.
हाँ ना यार,
I mean,
seriously.
haven't they been doing that for years? Haven't they
हाँ,
been doing that for
This
years?
this this whole format seems like it.
seriously guys.
Definitely.
But अभी अभी एक एक करके सारे टॉप टीम्स के फिक्चर्स देखते हैं. Let's go one by one and let's start with the first team that you have for the night. Our arch nemesis Real de Madrid. We have Madrid playing Dortmund, Liverpool, Milan, and Atlanta, along with Salzburg, Lille, Stuttgart, and Brest. Well, interesting
Shriram
fixtures.
loved the last word.
Cut it out.
This
Editor.
is not getting cut out.
No,
Stick
but
stick to football, Harish.
no, but
Sorry?
seriously, the fixtures that I'm most excited about has to be the first one is Liverpool, of course, playing away at Anfield, and the second one is Atlanta. People don't realize how good Atlanta is at home, especially at home, and Madrid is going to be playing them away from the Bernabeu. But coming back to Madrid and Liverpool, how are you feeling, Erish?
Touch wood, slot ball has been very great. As I said that, it has been much more fluid compared to Klopp. I won't say that it is a step up because that would kind of be slightly disrespectful to Jurgen, but I mean, it is looking like that right now. It's very much fluidic. And I
Hmm.
mean, I just hope that we can do something. I'm hopeful that because Real Madrid aren't as good as they seem on paper. So that's the case as well. And yeah, I mean, I hope. But then again, we are using two, number eights as sixes in a pivot. So in McAllister and Gravenberch. So then you never know.
Yeah, but bro, Liverpool is going crazy, man. They've signed Chiesa as well now. Their attack is
That's
just
that's for
just crazy.
that's for a different video. That's for a different video. The
I
viewers are
mean
going to have to wait for that one.
Yeah,
I
the
mean
transfer
we
market,
talked
oh
about
man.
Real Madrid not being as good as they seem on the paper, but we all know, especially Barcelona fans and to an extent Liverpool fans also know, when it comes to Champions League, when that anthem rang into their ears,
Hmm.
they become different beast altogether. And we have seen that for the past few years, like continuously, like hat trick of Champions Leagues and two Champions League in 2021, and the
Yeah.
title holders to be precise.
Yeah, the
But I
different
mean,
gravy in the UCL.
Even Anfield is a different gravy on a UCL night,
Oh yeah,
and
of course.
this time Liverpool should, fingers crossed, we have a fully fit team this time. When
Who
it comes
better
to
than
facing Real
Barcelona
Madrid.
fans to know that Anfield is a really good
Adit, let's
stadium
not
to.
go there, bhai.
I want to go there. Let's go there. Come on,
No,
let's
no, no,
let's
no,
let's let's
no,
go
Come
no,
out
there.
of
no,
it.
no, no.
Let's talk about Madrid, Liverpool. Not let's not Barcelona. Don't go to that.
So
Still
yeah,
getting
but
PTSD.
uh, I wouldn't say that, but no, seriously, like as I said, other fixtures, I think for Madrid, it looks pretty. I wouldn't say easy, but as we were discussing how good they are in the Champions League, it will be a rather straightforward result for them in
Which
most of.
team out of these teams do you think can upset or defeat Real Madrid? Any team, like maybe two teams or three
Bro,
teams.
I want to say Atlanta, and actually I don't want to call it an upset because as I said, Atlanta their home is very good. We know the
Mm,
kind of atmosphere they can build up in their stadium. So
mm.
I think I'll go with Atlanta. for an upset
Very
If
for
sure.
I had
Madrid.
to pick, if I had to pick, obviously there's Liverpool. But bias aside, I'd agree with Adit on Atlanta. Uh, I think they are very underrated. And if I had to add in another one, I think AC Milan have a chance. I won't say that they'll AC Milan might just have a bad day and be spanked around the place.
Hmm.
But I think AC Milan do have a chance
I
in
wouldn't
this.
say AC Milan only because they are playing at Bernabeu, not at San Siro.
San Siro. Yeah,
Yeah,
So
that's a
exactly.
my
factor. Yeah.
my take is either Liverpool, they might be a tricky team for Madrid, and the other thing is I'm going out of the blue and the dark horse. I think Lille away will be a good picture because of the signings
You
they are
Yeah.
doing. I think might be a tricky picture for Madrid.
that's never a bad shout because Madrid actually tend to stumble against the lower
Low block
teams
teams.
in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Champions League, especially in like the earlier stages. We saw that with there was Shakhtar Donetsk
RB Leipzig,
a
RB
few
Leipzig.
seasons ago. Leipzig, I don't know. They are
Last year, no,
they are.
last year they fumbled against them in the group
Oh,
stage.
last year did they? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. But even teams like Shakhtar Donetsk, and there was some Sheriff Tiraspol that they
Mm.
fumbled against a few seasons ago. So Madrid can be vulnerable, especially against the lower league teams. You never know. As
Hmm.
you mentioned, Neil, there is even Stuttgart,
But yeah,
Brest. You never
as
know.
everything is said and done, Real Madrid is Real Madrid when it comes to Champions League. I
That's
hope I don't say this, why, but why?
It's okay.
yeah.
We respect our opponents.
Yeah.
We're always respectful towards them. But
You are
let's
respectful to them, and they are disrespectful to you.
Okay,
yeah,
let's come back. Let's come back to
let's
Man
come
City
Yeah.
back to
now.
Champions League draws and
Anyways,
yeah.
anyways, to the next team, we go to Manchester City. Right.
Hmm.
Mm.
This is a very, I'd say, not so interesting picture. You
Bro,
know,
I mean,
does it
I
have to be
wouldn't say
City
that
every
because Man
time?
City, the current English holders for the fourth time, they are technically facing Inter Milan, PSG,
Hmm.
Club Brugge, Juventus, good picture, Feyenoord, Sporting, Sparta, and Baristavla. I couldn't even pronounce that. So yeah, the last three fixtures can be okay for them, but I don't see them fumbling on Inter. Maybe a good shout. Other than
Hmm.
Inter, I don't think there is much of a chance for any other team against City.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to. I mean, I don't want to be very optimistic here about PSG, but we can maybe put our bets on what Luis Enrique is cooking, and it will be the main thing I want to see is Luis Enrique versus Guardiola. Like that is
Mm.
something that we are going to see after a long time. So there and PSG. See, I mean, I am not very happy with PSG and the way they have swooped away our players. But
Mm.
I'll be very honest, they're cooking a good team. They have a lot of new young players coming in. Brady Barcola, Unai Emery. Sorry, Zaire Emery, not Unai Emery. Zaire Emery.
Unai
And
Emery.
Zaire Emery.
Imagine Unai Emery walking into PSG training and being like, "Good evening, lads."
Yeah, no, sorry, but all these players, even the midfield that they have, all the good players that they have right now, they are cooking, bro. Like at least in the league they are, which they always do. But especially playing at home against City, they could have one ups, or they could
Right.
give a tough fight to City. I feel, but
If
Mm.
I had to pick one team, I'd place my bets on Sporting. Victor Gyökeres, he
hmm,
is a
Good
striker
shout. Good
that
shout.
is so underrated. He is so good at what he does. And they have their center back. I can't remember his name, but he's a pretty decent guy as well. Sporting Lisbon genuinely have a chance, I feel, against City. At least to give a fight. PSG, on the other hand, I feel yes, they are a big name. Juventus also are a big name, but I don't think they'll be able to,
Thiago
do much.
Motta coming in the realm, signing some good players. Don't you think Juventus can make a upset?
I was just going to say that we shouldn't sleep on Juventus as well, bro. Thiago Motta has been doing crazy shit there.
Yeah, with the thing he did with Bologna and
Hmm.
uh, the revelation he created in that club and coming to Juventus just after that crazy turnaround for Bologna finishing in top floor. I think seriously, we have to give some credit for
Yeah, yeah. And
I
plus,
mean, yeah.
Juventus will have an up because they're also playing at home again. City is
mm,
traveling to their stadium to play. So again, the home crowd, home support, everything
I
plays
mean,
into
does
their
City
favor.
ever have home support? Like, do they? Their stadiums are empty half the time, man. Come on.
They don't
City
need
and
to
home
fill
support doesn't
stadiums
go
to
together.
earn the money.
Let's stop discussing. Enough discussion about this
let's
import club.
talking
Let's
yeah,
yeah.
talking about
Let's
Let's
go
go
fans
to
on to
the
and
the
next.
next one.
stadium. Let's talk about Allianz Arena. The final is going to happen there. Bayern Munich. Adit,
Bro, Bayern. I mean, I said I wanted to read out the fixtures for Bayern. I didn't realize I had to read out the fixture of Bayern versus Barcelona. So
ये लोग
Bayern
को
is,
रखे हैं हम लोग ने.
got the live thread from Thomas Muller.
bro. Seriously, like Bayern is playing Paris, Dinamo, Benfica, and Bratislava at home, and then Bayern, Feyenoord, Shakhtar, and Aston Villa away from home. What would you say, Sriram?
I have the question to you, Barcelona fans.
Yep, that's us.
You guys are
Throw it away.
facing Bayern.
Hansi Flick against Bayern and that too at home, which hopefully is the Camp Nou and not the Olympic Stadium. मेरी
No,
दरख्वास्त
no,
है
no.
ये
It's in the
Laporta से.
Olympic Stadium. It's in the Olympic Stadium.
No, it's not confirmed yet. They said
Yeah, bro, it
that
is.
like
It is.
no,
Have you
no,
have
no.
you seen
They
the pictures of Camp Nou?
no, yeah. So the news that came out recently was that in November they might open it to 60 to 70% of its capacity.
Hopefully, if they do, it's good.
And like yeah, because I mean, see, Flick and all is good, all of that is good, but then you need you need the home support that is there at the
Yeah,
Camp Nou.
yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
yeah.
have that at the Olympic Stadium.
Yeah,
You
I
need,
Bhai,
personally
Bayern
feel
is
for
Bayern, yeah.
Bayern is Bayern, and
but Bayern is not Bayern at the point. I'll tell you. It's see they are also a team in transition, bro. They have Vincent Company, who is the manager currently,
true,
and I'm
on
not
point,
saying he's
on
a
point.
bad manager, but
But he's not a bad manager, but he has to prove in the highest stage. No, he proved it with
exactly,
Burnley by promoting them to the first division of Premier League, but
yeah,
he failed to make them stand there. So it's time for him to go into Bayern and prove his worth and get Bayern to where they belong, because the last season wasn't the Bayern season that we know, because they lost out
absolutely,
to
yeah,
Bayer
yeah,
Leverkusen. So and few transition in the players happening. Delight left, so new centre back is joining, and new pair of defending midfielders are there. Joe Palina from Fulham joined there, so it's going to be
yep.
a new transition phase. Let's see. Let's hope for the best for Barcelona, though.
You
But
know,
yeah, Rishi, go ahead.
just
Sorry.
sorry to cut you off, Aditya, but it's a bit mad when I'm listening what Sriram is mentioning. I never really thought about it, but you know, Vincent Company, he failed to keep Burnley in the Premier League, and he is now got a job managing Bayern Munich.
That
It's
that is the
really
that is
really
the only
funny.
closure that we are getting as a Barca fans to face Bayern Munich.
No, but I was about to mention that there is one more fixture that I don't want you guys to ignore and sleep on. Is Bayern facing Aston Villa at Villa Park? This will
Good.
be another interesting fixture,
This
bro.
is gonna
Aston,
be a masterclass of a match, trust me. And trust me, Vincent Company will feel at home at Villa Park. Back in the Premier League, back
oh
in a
yeah,
Premier League
absolutely,
dugout.
And also Unai Emery knows one or two things about beating Bayern Munich. He already did
absolutely
it
he
with
does.
Villarreal,
Yes,
so it's going to be a good picture, as you mentioned. So,
Unai
but
Unai
it's
Villa
Emery
going to
could
be
has
a
be
task.
underdogs here.
It's
yeah
going to
pulled
be a
up the
task
club,
for
bro.
Vincent Company and Bayern Munich, and it will be
Definitely.
tough, as actually Joshua Kimmich in an interview, he told that the fixture between Barcelona, PSG, and Aston Villa are going to be the tough picture for us. We don't want to take any other team as granted, but these three are going to be the tough picture for us. He mentioned already. So yeah,
Of
it's
course,
going to be a tricky picture for them, because in Champions League, any team can come up, any team can rise. So
absolutely.
let's see
Yep.
how they are going to perform.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Let's go to the
if
next
I
team.
had to put in a team to upset, both of you obviously wanted to be Barcelona.
Hmm.
But if I had to
I'm
put in
not
a
going to
team
call
to
it an
upset
upset if
Bayern,
Barcelona beats Bayern. Please, hello, hello, hello.
it's an upset. It's an upset. If
If
you
if
just look purely on the pedigree of the clubs in the last few years,
Yeah.
It's an
Makes
upset
sense.
if you
Makes sense.
guys beat them.
Shriram, it
So
makes me
I would
sad
go
that
with
you're
Villa.
accepting the fact that it's an upset, man. Come on.
I mean, yeah, bro. We have
I
to
would
call
go with
spade a
Villa. I
spade.
want to see Unai Emery cook. I want to see Unai Emery
Hmm.
make Villa the underdogs. You know, it's the first time in a few years that we have had a very different English team, almost a mid-table team, even though they are previously European champions.
Yeah.
Currently English mid-table. It's exciting to see what Villa can do. And yeah, so obviously
The,
moving on.
with that said, let's directly go into PSG.
Yeah,
Just see the
I was
fixtures, bro.
moving just into that. Paris Saint-Germain, there is no group stage, but you guys have got the fixtures of death. To anybody
Group
who is
of
a
death,
PSG fan, I feel sorry for you for being a PSG fan, first of all, because they are an oil
firstly.
club. But aside from that, yes, I think you guys forgot to transfer the money to UEFA because just look at these fixtures. Just look at this, the state of these. They are playing the top two teams in the Premier League last season. They are playing the second best team in the Bundesliga, a top four league in La Liga, the top league in the Dutch league, one of the top teams in Germany, and
And Girona, don't forget they finished second last season.
yeah,
Bro,
they are playing the
exactly.
second best in Spain as well. And Stuttgart also, I believe, finished in the top four in Germany. So
Bro,
Yeah.
Stuttgart versus PSG will be crazy. Stuttgart's home, it's Stuttgart's home against PSG, and the atmosphere there, you know how German fans are.
yeah,
Bro, that will be one hell of a fixture. And even
Stuttgart
Atletico
fans are
Madrid and
crazy.
Girona coming back to Paris and playing here, that will be crazy, bro.
This is
Uh,
going to be big fixtures, and I think PSG will genuinely struggle to, you know,
I don't think they will make it.
I
I don't think
Do you
it's
think
a
they'll make it to
prediction.
the top eight?
No.
no.
I don't think they will come into the this fixtures of round of 16 or something. I think they will get blown out.
You think they're going to go out of the top 24 also and
Yeah,
get
yeah, yeah, yeah.
eliminated?
Because purely because of the
Ooh.
matches that they are going to face. Purely because of that.
This
Yeah,
is a very bold prediction.
I was about to make that bold prediction as well and say that PSG do not end up in the top 24 out of the
So then,
36.
then should we say that PSG winning a match in this group is the upset match?
Yes, yes.
They have a
I will make that bold prediction. I'll put my neck on the line. I'll say that it is very possible that PSG winning a match in this group is an upset because you know aside from possibly PSV and Leipzig
Hmm.
and even the fact that Leipzig have the home match,
Yeah.
I I genuinely think PSG struggle to win a match. I genuinely see Stuttgart, Girona, uh, and Atletico being draws. And I see Arsenal, Bayern, and City being losses for PSG.
I
That's
think
how I see it.
Atletico could also be a win, bro. Definitely with the way they're cooking their team
yeah.
this season.
Atletico is a club
Yeah,
built for Champions League.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about best case scenario for PSG.
Hmm.
Atletico is a draw.
Maybe.
For
Yeah.
PSG, best
Because
case
they have the
scenario,
home
Atletico.
advantage. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
True.
I mean they have
Fair.
ultras, so their home atmosphere isn't that bad as well. But yeah,
Hmm. True. True.
Uh,
these matches as a neutral are going to be fun to watch. I can't lie. They're going to
Absolutely,
be
bro.
fun to watch.
Crazy.
with that said, let's come to Eric's team, Liverpool.
Here's the batch.
You wanna take us through?
Okay. First is Real Madrid. We spoke briefly about this one, but yeah, I
Yep.
said what I said. Hopefully, it's an upset. Yes, it even though it's at Anfield, beating Real Madrid in the
It's
Champions
an
League.
upset. You winning is the upset, or Madrid winning is the
Yeah,
upset.
us winning is the upset. Us winning is the
Okay.
upset. Yeah.
Just for
Uh,
confirmation, thank you.
yeah, yeah.
And
Bayer Leverkusen at home.
mm,
I'm very excited to welcome Xabi Alonso back, Liverpool legend.
Back with his team, which haven't lost a single match in the last
and
season.
how was the
They did
how did you
against
feel
Atlanta the finals.
when he said he is not going to take Liverpool's helm as a manager?
It was obviously in that moment a bit of a sting to our ego because he's an ex-Liverpool legend. And when you look at it, he's just managing Bayer Leverkusen. But the heights that he has led that club to, and the bonding that he's created with those fans, I kind of understand his decision to stay there. He's like, I would compare him to being the what Bill Shankly was to Liverpool. He is to Bayer Leverkusen. I would even go as far as to put it that way. And yeah, so it was a bit of a this thing, but seeing how Arne Slot has turned out, honestly, I mean, I have no regrets. And hopefully someday down the line, maybe Alonso turns up. But yeah, I think aside from Real Madrid, I genuinely think that we should be comfortably winning the other fixtures.
Bro, I mean, see, I don't want to undermine Liverpool just to pull your leg, but I'll tell you, Milan and Girona away are going to be two difficult fixtures. San
Yeah,
Siro and
agreed.
Girona's home.
I mean, yes,
They,
they have good, they have brilliant home supports when you look at it in that sense. But,
yeah.
the big but is Liverpool, also similar to Real Madrid, we are quite a different pedigree in the Champions League, and our
Is it
away
so?
support also
Except for the
is.
finals, but okay.
Hey, we still have more trophies than you. We still have more
One
trophies than you.
one more than us. As if you
ज्यादा ही
have
हुआ ना भाई. मेरी मैथ्स
one
थोड़ी
more than
खराब है.
one.
5 and 6 ज्यादा ही हुआ ना.
How many trebles do you have?
How many trebles you have? How many sextuple you have? How many
Hey,
league titles you have?
we don't play in second tier leagues, okay? ठीक है? We'll come to this discussion
Oh,
later.
those second
ठीक
tier league
है?
have the most
अरे
Champions
टू
League
टू वी
trophies.
वन हो जाएगा अभी रुक जाते ये छोड़ देते अभी
But yeah, I mean, they are obviously. I'm not saying that matches like Leverkusen and Milan and Girona are going to be walkovers, but I
Hmm.
definitely do think that we'll win. I definitely do think that we'll win. We should win. We should win.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah. So
Yep.
that's me with Liverpool's point, and then we go to your club.
The greatest club in the entire universe, FC Barcelona.
I like your optimism, Sriram. I really like your optimism.
I mean, if the club is not in the best state, you have to be optimistic, bro. So we are facing Bayern
I'm
Munich,
hiding my
our
tears.
our arch nemesis in Champions League, as far as viewers are concerned. And same German club we are facing, Borussia Dortmund, which is also going to be a tough picture because we are going away to the Yellow Wall,
Uh,
Signal Iduna
yes.
Park. And as you said for Madrid, we are also facing Atalanta, which is also going to be a tough picture. And Benfica, who can always be a tricky picture when it comes to Champions League. And Young Boys, and Cravena, Zveda, and Brest, and Monaco. So,
Yeah.
Bro,
Adit, initial
I'll,
thoughts?
I'll I'll be honest. I'm saying it's a relatively easy draw.
Yeah,
Relatively.
yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
You have to worry about Bayern and Dortmund a little
From
bit, but
where we
apart
are
from that,
coming, from where we are
hmm,
coming and where we are at, we can't expect a very easy picture compared to this because
yeah, exactly.
seeing the other pictures, seeing the other teams, you can comparatively say that we have a average picture, not very tough.
Yeah, and
I'll say something here. Yeah,
Mm.
go ahead, go ahead. Finish
no,
off
I
because
was just
I'm giving a
saying. No, I was just saying that I mean we can say these are average fixtures, but we can actually even say that they are little tough considering the fact of the position that Barca is in terms of the
Mm.
player it has and the injuries it has gotten. Is what I'm saying. I don't
True,
want to
true.
undermine Barcelona and I don't
Agreed,
want to
agreed.
underplay and play the victim card, but still,
Agreed,
I
agreed.
still feel it's 50-50.
Harish.
See, now I'll come to this point. Both of you are saying it's a relatively easy draw. And not as somebody who's trying to pull your leg, but what
Hmm.
I see is a very tricky draw. Putting aside the two German teams of Bayern and Dortmund, okay, those two are definitely on paper tricky matches in itself. But Atlanta, we
Yeah.
mentioned, they are a very tricky team to play. Benfica, I don't doubt that you guys will win, but it's going to be
भाई
a
बेंफिका बजा चुके हैं
tricky
हमारे
match.
पहले भी ग्रुप स्टेज में.
Exactly. Exactly. Benfica is going to be a tricky this thing to play. Young
Yeah.
Boys and Red Star Belgrade, Krasnodar, both of those teams, they turn up sometimes.
Mm,
And
they do.
if you guys have a bad day, they will definitely exploit it.
which we have a
So
lot of
that's
times in the Champions League. So,
exactly,
I would
exactly.
say against Atlanta, I would have said it's very tough when we go away, but we are playing at
yeah,
home.
exactly. At home, it
Depends.
might be a little easier,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
depends.
but
what I said.
uh,
I
But
think Brest and Monaco, you guys will, you should comfortably win. I think that shouldn't really be a
Monaco,
problem.
do
seriously, I'm
do
very sorry.
do
Monaco
do
is.
do you think it's top eight for Barca in the league standings?
That's what I was coming to. I think it's a very fine line between Barcelona being in the top eight and being in the having to
9 to
have a
24
playoffs to
bracket.
get into. Yeah, yeah, it's a very thin line. As I said,
To
young
be,
boys, Resta
yeah,
Belgrade, Atlanta, and Benfica. And
Hmm.
obviously, what results you guys turn out in the Bayern and Dortmund games. Uh, so I think it's a very fine line between Barcelona, going into the top eight and maybe being in the 9 to 24 and having to go through a playoffs round. So that's the case that I would
I even
put
I'm
forward for you.
because it's been only 2 games since we started the league. So since now we are playing good, but I still
Three
want to
actually.
see some improvements, and I since 3 games, yeah, to be precise.
Yeah,
So I still want to see more of our team, how they are performing under pressure, how they are performing away from home, especially El Clasico is coming. So I want to see
absolutely.
only we can see where are we is can Flick can really come and manipulate the La Masia system. How is he implementing his style to the Tiki Taka style that's already there in the La Masia and Barcelona DNA. So it's a long shot. Let's hope and see.
So just before we end, I want to end it with this: is we kind of unanimously agreed on the fact that PSG might be the one team that actually doesn't make it into the top 24 and get directly eliminated. Which
Yeah,
one team are you ready to place your bets on, as it will confirm qualify in the top eight?
Real Madrid.
Liverpool, Liverpool.
Is
Yeah,
that a
Real Madrid is a safe bet.
bearish?
Uh, Real Madrid is obviously a safe bet, but
Hmm.
I think Liverpool as well. I think
Hmm.
if you ask me to name two, I'd say Real Madrid and Liverpool. They are safe
Real
bets.
Madrid and Liverpool. Okay.
I
And
just
is there any kind of upset we'll see in that top eight standings? One team which we probably somebody's not naming it right now outright, but we might see them actually finish in the top eight.
As I
Atletico de
said,
Madrid.
Atlanta. Oh,
Oh,
Atletico is a good
Atlanta
shout.
is a very ambitious bet, I must say.
Yeah,
I would
Atletico
say
is a good shout
Atletico
as well. Atlanta is possible. Leverkusen is possible.
and
You
Arsenal.
never know. Aston Villa, Arsenal. I think just might directly make it into the top eight. You never know.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Arsenal is another
But
interesting
yeah,
team, yeah, definitely.
I think I think Atletico, Bayer Leverkusen, and Atlanta are three good shouts. And if you have to ask me as teams that could make it into the playoff to get to the round of 16, I think a few good shouts for that would be Sporting, Aston Villa, and Girona from my side. Those would be the three I
Oh,
would say can make it into the playoffs for the round of 16.
oh, definitely. Yeah, these will be the clubs to look out for, bro.
Yeah.
Especially the way they've played in their respective leagues, domestic leagues over the last season. Absolutely.
Yeah. With that said, I think we are at the end of our video.
Yeah.
Yes.
I I think before we come to the end, one last thing. I think yes, we mentioned this format is new and everything, but I think with due course the teams that are involved in it this season, we are seeing a lot of different teams in terms of Girona, Aston Villa, those kind of clubs. I think the
Hmm.
fixtures are going to be much more exciting. So I think we'll all look forward to the start of the Champions League. And
Definitely.
yeah, that's been us on Game Time Banter. And see you guys next time.